Guys, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 14th to the 20th of July. Hope you're doing well. Did you see the messages from energy? If you did, you'll know we're going to be going into fire and air. Also, it was talking about sort of combining our consciousness with our inner vision and stepping forth consciously within our life. And it was all about the crown chakra, really. And the crown chakra is a more sort of it's a little bit like the motherboard on a computer. It combines all the aspects of our lives together and brings it together within consciousness. Now that's on the messages from energy, but we will be getting the messages for you today, and also the chakra sequencing. And at the same time, we will be looking at your Astroflower and pulling a few cards on that a little bit later on. So in the meantime, let's just find out what the messages from energy is for you at the moment, Gemini. So just connecting to that morphic field there. Okay, we've got a horse that's coming our way, which is absolutely lovely, of course, because that's all to do with beautiful sort of friendship, loyal friendships, going off on a mission. And I think you are going off on a mission, but I think you need to be a little bit wary of going too quickly. That's what the energies are trying to sort of say, calm, it's okay. You know, soften your boundaries, I think, more than anything else. Really soften your boundaries. Because otherwise you're making a cross for your back. And that may make things very difficult for you and not allow you to implement the plans that you so wish to be living and going forward. Okay? Let's just see what's going on a message for you. There's a lot going on in your life at the moment, and you need to be mentally incredibly clear about the situation. I think that seems to be within the here and now, within the instant connections with other people that are around you. And it's showing me someone who's, putting a lot of things in place, sorting out a lot of things. It's almost like laying a very complicated table for eating. The fork's got to be in the right place, spoon's got to be in the right place. You're organizing a lot of things here. And the energy is sort of trying to say to you, probably simpler is better. That's what it feels like, because you don't want to burn yourself out here, because there is a risk of that by the looks of things within your energies. And you don't really want to be sort of allowing that to happen, because, don't take on too much, Gemini. Just don't take on too much. There's a lot of joy to be had. And that's what you're preparing at the moment. The plan of action, the career path, the business, or the spiritual path, or the emotional path that you so wish to go on, whatever's really important for you at the moment, is bringing forth great connections with other people and so forth. And partly is because that you're organized and you're organizing the pathway that you should be going down, which I think is going to bring absolute joy for everybody that is around you, including you, because that's where you like other people to actually have joy within their life. And conveying that, I think, is going to be really important. There seems to be a connection with someone in a very romantic sort of way. It's either you're recognizing someone, or you're recognizing a situation that makes your eyes just bulge and say, yes, that seems like the sort of person that I really want to be involved with. There's an opportunity here for you to build great relationships. Okay, yeah. So let's get into the chakra sequencing. I was just seeing if there's anything that came out from that person there. Something to do with blue clothing, blue dress. Could even be sort of like, darkish hair and so forth. But a very sensitive person as well. A sensitive person that understands your situation. We'll look into that a little bit more on the Astroflower at the end of the reading. Let's get into the chakra sequencing, see what's happening there. Reconnecting to that morphic fields. There we go, with the crown and the root. The crown is really strong and the root is really strong. I think this is all to do with your raison d'etre, your karmic path, what you're supposed to be doing. Standing upright in the glory of the sunshine upon this fantastic planet that we're on. And it's standing there sort of saying, I'm getting everything sorted. I'm bringing concrete ideas into action. That's what it seems to be like. Staying true to your vision, your inner vision. So on the move now. And it seems to be going to the third eye and the throat chakra, which seems to be very light, very much like the crown chakra. The third eye and the throat chakra here is almost a sort of like automated process that you're going through. You know the plan, you know what you want to implement within your life, be it on the relationship or financial side. And now it's just a case of sticking to the plan and not allowing yourself to deviate. This is where you could be putting too much pressure upon yourself. The throat chakra is also, there's amazing things that you can do just by occasional words that ease the situation. And I think once you know how to use those words, that's when you're going to get the great results. Or you're going to get people that are opening up to helping you get the results. Excuse me. It's on the move again. And it's moving into the solar plexus here. Yet again, very light. I think the energy is trying to keep you as light as it can on your feet, on your pathway. It's almost as if like you're walking in air, sort of scenario here. And I think this is where you've got to take a lot of pressure off yourself. And it will bring enormous results for you when you do. That determination that is within your stomach, rather than being it hard and fast, make it very easygoing, light on your feet, as it were. Here it comes now to that heart chakra. Now this is that reward you're going to get from keeping it simple so it's easier to achieve, rather than making it majorly complicated. Therefore, it's going to be difficult to receive the joyous results from your labors or from your efforts or from the way in which you engage in your relationships and so forth. And then it goes to the crown and the root, bringing back to that sort of righteous path, that sort of raison d'etre in one's life, the vertical energy, standing upright in your boots. There's no fundamental things here. I think it's because you know what you want, essentially. And if you're not if you're ignoring what you really want, this is where I think you might have burnout. So I think you need to be a little bit wary about what you do in connection with everybody else, rather than sort of you doing everything. Keeping it simple so that allows you that time to connect with everybody that is around you. Okay, let's just bring up your Astroflower, shall we? So here's your Astroflower that's just up here. And then you've got the number of petals there. And we're looking at the fire and air combinations. Now, you do have a lot of fire in your sign. In fact, you've got more fire than you do have air. And this does bode incredibly well for you because we're talking about air and fire, which is exactly what your sign is. You've got air at the surface and fire at your base, but you've actually got more fire in your sign than you do have air. You're a false sign like Cancer, like your opposite sign of Sagittarius, and also Capricorn. So there is that passion within you, and I think you need to be a little bit wary of it. The only real connection you have in the fire-air scenario is that energy that's flowing between petals 5 and 8 and 7 and 9. Now, 5 and 7 are equivalent of the past. That's what your experiences have taught you. And 8 and 9 are your future. And that's when you get on your relationship side, you get your fixed fire that comes in from Leo. And on your financial side, you get the cardinal fire that comes in from Aries. And I think it's that cardinal fire that's going to, really do the best for you. Let's just put a few things on the karmic paths, which is petals 2 and 3. On petals 2, on your relationship side, you've got the 9 of Pentacles. There is a major abundance that is coming your way, and you have cultivated it, apparently, on your relationship side. And I think this is where, because you've set things up the way you've done it, you're attracting that person into your life that we talked about earlier on. What's the synchronicities with the world around you? And this is your fire, healing from the situation. I think this is where, once you start, if you do keep it simple, people are going to get involved in your passions within your relationship and spiritual path. And it's going to give you a lot more satisfaction in life that you're not doing this path all by yourself. That you've got lots of people around you who will help you and also love and enjoy what you're doing. What's with the fixed earth that's going on between petals 5 and petals 8? You've got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I do think things are going to change for you in regards to relationships here and love and emotions. I think the Wheel of Fortune is starting to turn in your favor, as long as you don't put too much pressure on it more than anything else, and allow it to happen, your inner desires to manifest to your future. And you get the Hierophant card as well. Hierophant card is all about marriage and so forth. And I think this is what you're cultivating within the world that is around you, certainly within the relationship. And this person that's coming into your life, it's someone who's very sort of calm and relaxed, and that gives you reason, gives you it gives you sort of purpose, and it gives you a satisfaction about what you're doing. It feels like there's someone who finally understands you. What's going on the financial side? Let's look at the karmic path. You got the World card. That goes beautifully with the Wheel of Fortune here. You're stepping into a whole new paradigm, apparently, on your karmic path. And this is where you're getting the direction from your passions with the karmic, with the cardinal fire that comes through petals 7 and 9 and goes on to petals 3. And it's giving you a direction, a new direction within your life. What's the connection with the outside world? The King of Pentacles. You're really owning it on your financial side at the moment. I think you're a point of reference within the world around you that's built upon knowledge and understanding. And that's where you're trying to bring things forward of how you want things to be set up. How does it play between petals 7 and petals 9, your past to your future? You get the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is about learning about pacing yourself. And you've got this great opportunity, just holding that pentacle there, you've got this great opportunity that you need to bring forth within your life. But you need to do that in a very measured way. It's not just through brute force that you're going to get it through, and you're going to get your just desserts in the end. I think you're going to get an amazing amount of returns on it, Gemini. It's just a case of not only sticking to the plan, but it is a case of, following through with what you want and allowing your passions to combine with other people's passions around you. And that means it's going to feel like you're not on your own, that you're building something together with someone else. So there you go, Gemini. I will speak to you soon. Thanking you very much for all your support you show for this channel. Thanking you very much for all the all the support through liking, sharing, and subscribing and so forth. I will see you on the other videos that we do on this channel on energy and so forth. And if not, I'll see you maybe on the live. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.